The invasive species spongy moths are on the rise this year, threatening to damage trees across the Northwoods.
Newswatch 12's Ellie Skelly is here with how this invasive species is affecting the Northwoods. Ellie?
Hi, Jessica and Dan. Spongy moths have existed in Wisconsin since the 1960s, but this year's dry conditions have made them especially destructive. I spoke to some experts, and they let me know more about the issue and how to combat it.
Well, for such a beautiful caterpillar, and they are beautiful to look at, but they're fairly dangerous.
Before sending plants westward, Hanson's Garden Village must inspect everything, making sure that there are no remnants of an unwelcome hitchhiker.
Spongy moth is a non-native caterpillar that we have in Wisconsin.
Spongy moths are an invasive species that copiously consume the leaves of oak, aspen, and birch trees, ultimately leaving them almost completely defoliated.
It looks like the middle of winter, except it's the middle of summer.
And while researchers introduced a foreign fungus that targets these pests, recent dry conditions are not favorable for fungus growth, leaving spongy moths to populate at an unregulated rate.
That means that the diseases that would go after spongy moth don't get traction. So I would expect potentially big problems.
Plus, their prickly hairs make them unpreferable prey for birds without long beaks.
Their natural predator would be like cuckoos. Well, I haven't seen many cuckoos. I haven't seen any cuckoos in Wisconsin.
While there's nothing yet that can completely eradicate the moths, there are ways the average person can help. Specifically, by scraping off egg masses into a bucket of soapy water and leaving them for 2 days.
The world is now, so we have to be pragmatic and operate as best we can and try to be as ecologically sensitive as we can, knowing that to some extent the cow's out of the barn, the cat's out of the bag.
Now, these egg masses can appear like mud and have brown and spongy exteriors. They appear on almost any surface, like playground equipment, the bumper of your car, the trunk of a tree, and destroying one of these egg masses can actually kill hundreds of moths and prevent a significant amount of damage. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Ellie. Music on the